and now all of a sudden I'm not eligible. It is designed, in my opinion, to make sure that Ron DeSantis is the nominee, anybody other than Trump. This is BS. I will see you in Milwaukee.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about GOP presidential candidate Larry Elder not being eligible for tonight's debate in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, although we should be, because they had a few criteria you got to meet in order to get on the debate stage. First, you got to have 40,000 individual donors. Second, you must poll at a certain percentage in 3 different polls. Third, you must sign the pledge to support the eventual nominee from the GOP. And I think there could be more, and I might be a little bit off with what I said, but I think that's pretty much it. Now, Larry Elder claims, hey, we met all the qualifications. There's just one problem from the RNC. I'll talk more about them and how useless they are, in my humble opinion, a little bit later. But just one problem from the RNC. They are rejecting one of the polling places because they said that this particular company is linked to Trump, although that company says they're not. They got certain rules that you got to abide by, the same as the RNC, and that's it. It's not like they are part of the Trump campaign or anything like that. And before I get into that company, before I get into what Larry Elder said, let's look at those who are actually qualified for tonight's debate. Now, this list obviously does not have Trump on it because Trump clearly qualifies for the debate, but he is going to do an interview with Tucker Carlson that's going to air the same time as this. Now, I won't be on television. It's going to be on Twitter, if I'm not mistaken, but that's a different story, and for now, I digress. So this is the debate stage. Some are going to try to claim racism for Larry Elder not being there. That's bogus. I think it's more about the RNC because obviously you have Tim Scott, Vivek Ramaswamy, and Nikki Haley. And Ramaswamy and Haley, if you don't know, are both from the Indian subcontinent. Okay, she's just light-skinned, he's just dark-skinned, but they're both from the Indian subcontinent. They're both Indian. Tim Scott, obviously black. You got Ron DeSantis, Chris Christie, Mike Pence, Asa Hutchinson, and Ron Burgundy. I mean, what's my man's name? Burgum. And who is that? It's like, okay, look, if you made it to the debate stage, you're able to meet the criteria, hats off, bravo. But who are you really? Why are you even here? Just by looking at this, I would go ahead and put Larry Elder in this guy's place. And as a matter of fact, he might need somebody to come in and help him out because I was reading this morning that he got injured playing pickup basketball. It's like, look, Ron Jeremy, Burgundy, whatever your name is, aren't you like 70-something years old? Why are you playing pickup basketball right before the debate? What kind of decision-making do you have? Anyway, so this is the actual debate. Like I said, Larry Elder should be there. Donald Trump should most certainly be there. Donald Trump, and I'm going to talk about him, then we're going to get into more about Larry Elder. But Donald Trump should be there because although he may have the nomination sewn up, that's like resting on your laurels. You got to be able to get those who are in the middle, those who are voting for the very first time, just turned 18 years old, or like Vivek had some kind of, epiphany at age 32, voting for the first time, right? That's going on. You got to be able to get those people who did not really have an opinion about you before. You got to get them. Your base is going to be your base, but your base may have dwindled, and you got to be able to get new people. You always got to get new people. That's why you have commercials. If you have the nomination sewn up and everybody knows you already, then why are you doing commercials? I've seen some Trump commercials, so why not do the debate? But that's a different story. I digress. Back to my main man, Larry Elder. He did an interview on television, and what I'm going to do first is roll this clip right here so you can kind of understand what's going on. And if you want to see the clip in full without my commentary, link, as always, will be in the description. If you're on IG, visit the link in the bio. Go to the corresponding article on the website. But without further ado, let's go ahead and roll it.
As you can see, I'm at LAX en route to Milwaukee. I was just informed by the RNC that I'm not qualified for the debate.
Now, he's going to, I think he might be in Milwaukee as of right now. As me recording this video, this is Wednesday, right around 12 noon. I believe he is in or en route to Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So it's going to be a battle for him to get on the debate stage. Let's keep on going.
Why? Even though I exceeded the 40,000 individual donations required, even though I signed the pledge to support the eventual nominee, even though I submitted 3 polls where I was at least at 1%, I was informed that one of the polls is not eligible. It's the Rasmussen poll. Even though it was the most accurate poll in predicting that Donald Trump would win in 2016, they say it is affiliated with Donald Trump and therefore it is not eligible. And I said to Ronna McDaniel, the chairwoman of the RNC, it's not affiliated with me. She said any poll affiliated with any candidate is not eligible. And no one told me that until just now. So we're filing an emergency injunction to get me up there. This is absolutely BS. One of the candidates, by the way, offered a $20 gift certificate for a $1 donation. That apparently is okay. Another one offered a free, air quotes, country western concert for a $1 donation. That apparently is okay. Another one offered a commission to prospective donors to get other prospective donors. That apparently is okay. But I did it the old-fashioned way, asking people to support me by going to LarryElder.com, and that is not okay. And now all of a sudden, I'm not eligible. It is designed, in my opinion, to make sure that Ron DeSantis is the nominee, anybody other than Trump. This is BS. I will see you in Milwaukee. Out.
There it is. So shout out to my main man, Larry Elder. I mean, what he said right there made all the sense in the world. And I want to see him on a debate stage. I really do. Okay. Ron Burgundy, whoever that is, man, he can just go up out of here. He broke his leg or something probably. He can just go stay home and get that fixed rather than being on a debate stage, wasting space, taking up airtime. All right. So here is the interview over on Fox LA. Let's check it out right quick.
You mentioned the emergency injunction, essentially a lawsuit that you're filing against RNC. Where does that stand right now?
Well, Marla, that's just one of our strategies. The other is this. The FEC has a rule, and the rule is when you set forth criteria for your debate, you've got to follow it. And if you don't follow it, you've essentially made an in-kind contribution to those that make the debate stage as opposed to those who followed the rules but didn't make the debate stage. That could be a substantial fine, not just to the RNC, but also to Fox News for carrying the debate. So that's another strategy, too, that we're also pursuing. But the bottom line is this. I fulfilled the requirements. I submitted 3 polls where I got at least 1%. One of those polls, as you pointed out, was the Rasmussen poll. And they said that that poll was not eligible because it is, quote, connected to the Trump campaign, close quote. Was not connected to my campaign, A, and B. Rasmussen says we're not connected to the Trump campaign. Trump didn't pay for the poll. He didn't even recommend that we do a poll. And we don't know why Larry Elder cannot use our poll as part of the 3 he must submit. Furthermore, after the deadline was over, when we found out we couldn't use Rasmussen, we submitted another poll. They had me over 1%. So as far as I'm concerned, we met the criteria. I intend to be on that stage tomorrow night. Trust me, Alex and Marla, I will be on that stage tomorrow night.
Now, they're trying to say that he missed the deadline. That's a crazy hairpiece right there. Good grief. That thing sitting high as a shavy. But anyway, they said he missed the deadline for the polls, but he submitted all the polls. They did not tell him beforehand that they could not use certain polls, apparently, from what he's saying. So, look, I submit the polls have me over 1%. Then you reject it. Then I have to go out and get another one. But by the time that's submitted, it's past the deadline, although the poll was taken before the deadline. So at a certain point, if you made a mistake, because that's what it appears to be from the RNC, it's a mistake at best or outright corruption, outright trying to block them at worst. If it's a mistake, then you got to be able to be lenient on your timeline as far as your deadline, because I was not informed about this. Now I got to rush. And there's no way for me to be able to get this to you before the deadline because I already had all my other polls for the deadline. So it's crazy.
All right.
What does that mean? Trust me, you will be on that stage tomorrow night.
What it means is we're in consultation with the general counsel of the RNC, with the general counsel of Fox News, with Ronna McDaniel. We've told her and them what we told you. We feel we've met the criteria. And I believe that cooler heads are going to prevail, and they're going to realize it's not worth the anguish they're going to go through if they don't put Larry Elder up there on that debate stage. So I believe I'm going to get up there. Remember, Alex, when I ran for governor, they tried to kick me off the ballot. We had to take them to court. The Secretary of State We sued her, and we ended up getting on the ballot there too. So this is going to happen. I've got the same lawyer, talented guy. He's got a very good strategy. I'm going to be in that debate stage tomorrow.
Very well said. Now, I'm going to leave the rest of this. There's a little bit more, but I'll leave the rest in the description. Now, here's something from Rasmussen. They said, no, we have not run a poll suggested by or paid for by President Trump or any of his surrogates, but we'd be pleased to do so. See below. We will run a poll for any politician, party, or U.S.-based political group under the rules long published here. So that's just what it is. All right. There's rules right here. They said they're not getting paid by Trump. They're not a Trump surrogate company. It is what it is. And then also, this is pretty ridiculous by the RNC, because then it delegitimizes Rasmussen. If I'm Rasmussen, I would be suing the RNC for making us appear to be some type of surrogate of the Trump campaign rather than an independent organization that does polling for all politicians all across the country and not just in presidential elections. So as I close, I want to say this. Hopefully we get to see Larry Elder on stage tonight, which is Wednesday, August 23rd, 2023 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be covering it live on the stream. Hope to see you guys there. And I hope that this is going to be a debate people watch, and those that might be kind of on the fence and don't know where you want to go, hopefully you can gain something from it and enjoy the conversation. And one more thing, hopefully we get serious and hard-hitting questions from Fox, not just softball type stuff to DeSantis to make him appear to be the front runner and Vivek trying to hype him up. Let's not have that be that. Let's have tough questions, good questions, fair questions for everyone on stage. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about what's going on here with Larry Elder? Do you think he has a case? Should he be on the debate stage? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I think Larry Elder most certainly should be on the debate stage. If anyone meets the criteria, I know I was joking about Ron Burgundy or whatever his name is. I know I was joking about him, but if he met the criteria, then he belongs on stage. And also, again, I think Trump should be there, but hey, he doesn't have to be. He's not forced to, but I think he should be there. Anyone who meets the criteria should be invited. Simple as that. No ifs, ands, or buts. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.